Welcome back. Today we're checking out another Total War Warhammer video. A lot of you guys wanted me to check out some videos from the previous game since we checked out Warhammer 3 last time. So let's go ahead and check out some videos for Total War Warhammer 1, some of the cinematic trailers. Sega.
Almighty Sigma, savior of the Empire, give me strength. For though I've dedicated my life to eradicating it, it feeds, it grows, devouring all. There must be a final answer to halt its advance. But the tide of war seems endless.
Ooh, some orcs.
The brutal, unthinking bloodlust of the Greenskins. The twisted ambitions of the undead.
Ah, the undead, okay. Undead dragon, pretty cool.
Although the brave Dwarven kingdoms stand with us. Truly, what hope is there against countless horrors that cannot be named?
The dwarves.
Let alone fought by mortal means.
Ooh, okay. Is homeboy riding a griffin? Is that what I see?
And yet all this is nothing before what is to come. It whispers and roars in. The dark it is. Against us it is unstoppable.
Some chaos corruption.
I am unstoppable. I see it now. The beasts that will devour the world.
Ooh, okay. What do we got? A Lord of Change?
I am Karl Franz.
Karl
I
Franz.
was born into this world, just like you. A world of unceasing war and endless terrors. But with a nation of men at its heart, a bastion of hope and courage. The Empire. Led by the craven, torn apart by the greedy, weakened and...
So, the last time I was really into Warhammer Fantasy, I was like, I don't know, 10, 12 years old, reading a buddy of mine's old Codex book. So, not really that versed in the world of Warhammer Fantasy, but if I recall correctly, this is the Empire. The main prominent human faction. I guess if anyone were to be a protagonist in this story, it would be the Empire, I would assume. And led by Karl Franz here, I believe, the Emperor. Okay.
Exposed. Forever on the defense. But no longer.
Now, we unite to purge the evil that dare confront us. Follow me, and we will banish this darkness. I swear this as your emperor.
Fighting some greenskin boys. Alright, got old big old tanks. Artillery. Hold! Oof. Oh. Oh. Getting mangled by giants. Those like wingless griffins? Here's my question that I pose to you. A lot of times in mythology, basically the only difference between an animal and a mythological version of the animal is whether it has wings or not. You know? Here's an example. A horse. A horse is just a horse until you throw wings on it, and then it's a Pegasus. So, is a griffin still a griffin if it doesn't have wings? Or is there such thing as a wingless griffin? This guy loves his meteors. Oh, snap. I didn't realize the Greenskins had a dragon-like unit, but I guess they have to have some kind of flying unit. Ah, here you go. A proper griffin. All right. Ah, dwarves!
Something stirs in the World's Edge Mountains.
I like his lantern. It's got like a dwarven face on it.
Death comes to the Dwarven realms.
Yo, and the guy narrating this reminds me of like Saruman from Lord of the Rings. Oh boy. Little dwarven helicopter, okay. Oh, you better get out of there. Is that a goblin riding a spider? Alright. Goblin spider riders.
In the centuries I have been High King. Our enemies have thought us weak. Cowards, hiding in the deepest, darkest places. Fools. Every wrong is recorded. Every slight against us.
The book.
Page after page, etched in blood. Clan Gunnison, Carricade Peaks, Joseph Bookman. The Orcs must pay.
That's going in the book.
Let them come.
Oh, nice. That was cool how like the whole castle just lit up with artillery fire. Nice helicopters. Short little dwarf charging a mighty big spider.
One wrong put right. But the great book of grudges remains full.
No one holds a grudge like a dwarf, huh? Alright, we got some orcs here. Got a big old broken tooth.
Almighty Grimgor Ironhide. It troubles me to trouble you.
Oh, who is this little guy? You better get up out of the face of this war boss.
But the lads are wondering who's next. What about Angrim's lot? Those ginger stunties down at the Slayer Keep. It's a bit of a slog, but it'll be worth it. Umis then?
Umis?
Let those pretty little cities burn lovely. Or the north. Weird powers building there. Bigger and spikier than normal.
Bigger and spikier than normal. All them chaos boys up north.
Time to move, boss. Time to fight. Give the order. Yeah, the order. Say it.
Yo, this dude's about to get... Yeah, I was gonna say, this guy's about to get crumped pretty hard because, you don't just roll up to a war boss and start yapping at him like that. Okay.
Show yourself, von Karstein.
Oh boy. Oh boy, we got undead.
I am here, mortal, and I bring your end.
Oh boy, undead armies. They got like wraiths, skeletons. I'm assuming Homeboy's like a vampire count, right?
And the rest of your pathetic cities will follow.
Their siege tower is covered in bone. Rocket artillery, okay.
All those that oppose me will die and rise again as my puppets. The undead fear nothing.
Oh boy, here comes the undead dragon. Oof. Oh, look at that.
Thy allies, hiding beneath the mountain. For the dark is my realm.
Oof.
The grave.
A horde of zombies attacking a Dwarven fortress.
Yet you much to fear. For I am the true and rightful ruler of the Empire. My brave corpses will make a fine addition to my army.
All right, we got some undead making their appearance. I generally tend to I actually like undead factions in these types of games. They have interesting mechanics a lot of the times. I have no idea if this applies to this particular game, but I've always enjoyed where, you know, you have like a necromancer or something, so every enemy that you defeat, you can then turn and then use as a soldier yourself. I really enjoy that kind of mechanic. What do we have here? Got some dead knights. What is this? Oh snap, is this the Beastmen? Did they put the Beastmen in a game? I didn't realize their faction was big enough to have like... well, I mean, I guess so. It's either that or Chaos. He's got spikes coming out of his horns. Yeah, that's some Beastmen stuff right there. Guys look like they're from the Empire. Oof. Yeah, man, without weapons, you're no match for a Beastman, dude. Another helmet for the collection. The Beastmen would be pretty intimidating. Yeah, call the Beastmen. The Beastmen would be pretty intimidating, just their size and stature. I mean, regular animals, just regular animals, kick the crap out of people all the time if there's no tools or weapons involved. I mean, go ahead and try and fist fight a deer or a ram or a warthog, you know. Yeah, good luck with that. Like, fighting the Beastmen would be rough. Unknowable.
Fallen, corrupted, rightly feared.
Unknown, fallen, corrupted. This is some chaos right here. Yeah, what is that, a chaos hound or something?
You cannot understand our origins, our motives.
Yeah, chaos, baby.
The dawning realization that we are not fallen. We are ascended.
Like a massive centaur. Granted, you'd be forgiven for thinking that guy was a member of the Beastmen faction, but he's a chaos warrior. All right, we are in the forest. Some runes. Okay, these must be wood elves.
The chill winds of winter are past, and the season of war is here.
So, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Warhammer Fantasy has, I believe, 3 different races of elves. You have the High Elves, the Dark Elves, and the Wood Elves. I don't know if they have added other groups of elves or not, but that's what I remember them having, is the High Elves, Dark Elves, and Wood Elves.
The Asri are hunters.
Okay. The natural predators of the Beastmen, apparently.
Forest is our home. Woe betide those foolish enough to threaten it.
Looks like they got themselves some Ents.
There have been sacrifices, but we are ready. He is ready.
What on earth is this?
The wild hunt begins!
I have no idea what that is. I was unaware wood elves were able to turn themselves into half animal, half elf hybrids.
We seek the monsters that you fear the most. We chase the nightmares that haunt your cowardly dreams.
Dead
The
dragon,
deadlier the prey, the more we
dead
exalt
goblins
and
and spiders.
the more we honor our gods. This harsh land breeds the savage, and we revel in it.
Dead dwarves, dead giant.
The old world calls. Ripe for our taking. We fought monsters, and we became.
It is Viking badass. Norsca, okay.
They say there is honor in battle. They are fools. We fight for the Emperor, but the blood we spill serves another.
Oh, okay.
Lord of Death, keep our souls, lest they fall prey to him. Beyond the world, he waits atop a throne of skulls.
Are you talking about corn?
All blood is only borrowed. Once shed, it must return. Blood for the Blood God.
All right, Blood for the Blood God. Not sure what exactly that entails as far as an expansion pack, since it didn't really seem to focus on a specific faction. All the footage was from various factions. But hey, maybe it was an update that added something to multiple factions.
Those in the north are closest to the gods. Their lands lie within the ebbing shadow of chaos. The tribes of Norsca are fierce, for in the land of monsters and ice, where no crops grow, they have to be.
Yeah.
Thus, I have come to guide their raw talent. Why waste such savagery on each other, while the southern lands are ripe for ravaging?
All right, big ice giant. I mean, he looks really cool, but that's a lot of extra weight to be carrying for no reason.
Ripe for our taking. We fought monsters, and we became them.
Okay, so Norsca has a very obviously Nordic vibe to it, very Viking feeling, and different than the Russian-based northern faction from Warhammer 3. So, okay, and you know what? I think I like the Norskins better than Kislev. You know, Kislev is cool, but the Norskins just have that rugged Viking barbarian feel to them, and I kind of dig that.
I give my body, heart, and soul to the lady whom I seek. No plea for help shall find me wanting.
Okay, so this is some like Arthur, Lady of the Lake vibes here, which means this must be Bretonnia. Now, if memory serves me correctly, there's two major human factions in the Warhammer Fantasy world. I mean, there's other human factions, obviously, like Kislev and Norsca and stuff like that, but the two big ones that are like in the middle of everything are the Empire and Bretonnia. And Bretonnia is very medieval with chivalry and knights and all that kind of stuff, and they're a little bit more less technologically advanced than the Empire. The Empire is more of like a modern Europe, as where this is more of like, medieval Europe.
No obstacle will stand before me.
Like, this is some straight up Lady of the Lake stuff here.
No evil will taint the lands bequeathed unto me.
Ooh, that's one hell of a
The
castle,
clarion
though. Look
call
at
is
this
sounded.
place.
I will ride out and fight in the name of liege and lady.
Yeah, very traditional medieval.
That which is sacrament, I shall preserve. That which is sublime, I will protect. That which threatens, I will destroy. For my holy wrath will know no bounds. Honor is all. Chivalry is all.
Alright.
Rejoice.
Spectral
For we,
Knight.
the Knights of Bretonnia, will be your shield.
Okay, Bretonnia. Frankly, was never my favorite faction, but they fit in well with the setting.
Karak 8 Peaks. Queen of the Silver Depths. What riches lie beneath the mountain? What horrors?
I love those Dwarven helicopters, man.
Few living remember its glory. But the dwarfs do not forget. A warrior king returns to take his ancestral throne from a cruel and cunning warlord, hitherto unchallenged.
So it looks like the dwarves are taking back one of their lost fortresses. Okay.
What
Scarsnick.
fate awaits them in the darkness?
Okay, so I was gonna say it must be like a whole army of goblins, because there's no way an orc army is gonna be led by a goblin. Yo. The squigs.
The king and the warlord.
Dwarves versus goblins. My money's on the dwarves. Oh boy, what is this? Is this warpstone?
'Twas a twin-tailed comet that heralded Sigmar's coming. But not every celestial body is heavenly. When darkness falls, there are those that turn to the light. And those that would embrace the shadows. The faithful and the dead have been at war for centuries. Now, at its zenith, a victor must emerge.
Are those giant chunks of warpstone? Flagellants, alright. The corpse cart. Knights of the Blazing Sun. The Mortis engine. Look at that thing. Free Company Militia.
Soldiers of light and fierce abominations. A host of new combatants answer the call.
The Strigoi, the Ghoul King. Alright.
Only one can win.
Oh wow, look at that. The whole battlefield is in like the ditch created by this meteorite. That's a really cool battlefield. With the meteorite still in the background.
In this ageless war.
The Grim and the Grave. Alright guys, so that was the cinematics for Total War Warhammer 1. Overall, pretty cool. Out of those factions, I would say that probably, I think Norsca was the one I liked the most out of those factions. The Beastmen were a really cool addition to see. I've always thought of them as more of a side faction, not really one of the major ones, so it's cool to kind of see them put into the game like this as like an actual primary faction. The Empire and Bretonnia, they're neat, but to me they're very generic fantasy, and I feel like they're probably the least interesting of all the factions, because if you want to see guys in knight's armor, then you can look to any fantasy setting. I really like the stuff that's kind of unique to the setting. So, like I said, like the Beastmen, stuff like that is more unique. Norsca, while still being a human faction, is still very different than the Empire or Bretonnia. They're much more Viking-like, and I like that vibe. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like, smash that subscribe button. If you've got a video that you want me to check out in the future, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. What is your favorite Warhammer Fantasy faction? Leave it down in the comments, let me know what your favorite faction is, and as we get through these, I'm sure I will pick mine out. Thanks so much for stopping by, thanks for watching the video, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.